Good evening, everybody. Happy Tuesday, and welcome to another episode of Black Boy Joy Conversations. I am excited tonight about tonight's episode. Tonight is our seventh episode. I'm truly grateful for all of your support, your comments, your emails, your text messages, your Facebook messages, all the support that you guys have shown to Black Boy Joy Conversations thus far and continue to show. I am truly excited about our guest tonight. This is first ever where I'm going to publicly talk about something that means a lot to me, which is Beyonce. And I got a couple of friends of mine that is going to join us. So I'm going to wait just to give you guys a couple more minutes to log on and see us. But I'm really excited tonight about our guests that we've got. One is a very close friend of mine. He is one of my best friends. He's here tonight. And I've got he's actually new to the Black Boy Joy Conversations. Everybody else, I would say they're Black Boy Joy Conversations alum. They have been on the show before, and I'm just really excited for us to dialogue and share tonight. So I am going to bring in our first guest, LaMont Mason from Atlanta, Georgia. He was on episode 5. And what's up, Lamont?
Hey, what's up, Ryan?
Hey, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Good. Michael Jordan out. Jordan out. You got on your Jordans?
Yeah. Oh, no, I don't. I don't. I just got on got the hoodie on and the sweats. That's it.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm excited tonight about tonight's show. Talking about Beyonce's "Black is King," and I don't want to really get too much into it before I bring everybody else on. But I want to ask really quickly, what is your Black Boy Joy? How does it show up, real quick?
My Black Boy Joy. Um, I guess going back to whoever watched episode 5, my Black Boy Joy comes from traveling. I just love to just get up and go. If I'm in a different place, I just like to explore and take whoever I'm with me, friends, family, whoever
Yes.
it is, so we can have a good time. And you already know me, Ryan. I'm old school, the
Yeah.
90s flavor. So, we can just get in the car, pack up, and be on the road. So
Yes.
that's where my joy comes from. And I will never let anybody take that away from me.
That's what's up. Awesome. And I can admit you love to travel, and I have been a party of one of those last minute trips. So I'm excited you're here. Thank you for being part of my tribe and being part tonight. We're gonna bring in Carlos Dwayne, the artist. What's up, Carlos?
What's going on?
You were with us on last episode. Had to bring you back. You song for us, and um, you've changed and grown since the last episode. You had on the hat, man. You got
Yeah, now I got my hair out this episode. Yeah, I had to switch it up. I didn't have my hair done the last time. That's why I had that hat on. So I had to switch it up. But I'm excited to be back, though. I feel like I just seen you yesterday.
I know, right? Right. And between the last time we talked, you recorded a video or
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I had a video shoot on Saturday for one of the songs from the album. It went really, really, really well. I'm super, super excited about this one. This is my favorite video I've done so far. So I'm excited.
Nice, nice, nice. Not only are you a singer, but you're also a choreographer and a stylist and everything artistic, right?
Mm-hmm. That's what I do everything. That's why today, literally, I said, I was like, "Ooh, I get a first day that I can chill. I had nothing to do." Then I got the flight. I said, "Oh shoot, yes I do."
Well, thank you.
I'm always doing something.
Right, right. Well, thank you for your time and thank you for being with us tonight. I'm excited that you're here. I can't wait to bring on my next guest. He calls himself best friend number one. He is, I'm not sure if he's in Louisiana, Atlanta right now, but wherever he is with us. Daniel Stevens. What's up, Daniel?
I just feel like when I make a debut on my best friend's show, I am best friend number one, there should be like lights, cameras, and applauses and everything.
Oh, okay. Do it again.
Okay, you do it again. You go first. Ready?
Y'all welcome Daniel Stevens.
All right.
Daniel the Prophet. Put some respect on my name.
Okay, well, welcome Daniel the Prophet Stevens. We're excited you're here tonight. Where are you? And tell us that's watching and listening, what is your Black Boy Joy and how does it show up?
Well, I'm currently in the great state of Louisiana and New Orleans.
Okay.
NOLA, baby. In fact, you came here recently without me, unfortunately, and you didn't have a good time without me. So,
Are those facts?
I believe so. And my Black Boy Joy is knowing, no, I'm not very good. My Black Boy Joy, you know, back in the day, they sang a song that said, Jesus is the center of my joy. Well, I want to just replace Jesus with something that's even greater than Jesus, and that's God. Whether that is the God within or the God that is without, my joy is really centered around my connection with the Spirit. So that's my Black Boy Joy.
Nice. Well, welcome. Thank you for sharing your Black Boy Joy and telling me that I had a horrible time in New Orleans.
You didn't have a horrible
time, but okay.
Just not as good as a time as you would have had with me.
Oh, gotcha. Perfect. Makes perfect sense. So I want to bring on our next guest, our Donald Liedenjer. He is an artist, spoken word artist, and educator, and a plethora of things. I don't want to really just give him this long introduction. He just introduces himself. Everybody, welcome Donald Liedenjer, Mr. Liedenjer.
Hey, I wouldn't have minded a long introduction. It's quite all right. I have time, you know. But
I had to get to the hat.
Everybody.
I had to get to this hat. This hat is everything.
Get to it. Thank you.
Yeah, I love this hat. Yeah. So extra. Welcome. Thank you for being a part. And tell the people what is
just so
tell the people what is your Black Boy Joy real quick.
My Black Boy Joy is probably being original. There's nobody like me. There's nobody who sounds, looks, dresses, talks, has my mind, has my style, has my wisdom, my experiences. So I think it would be individuality. That's definitely my Black Boy Joy.
Nice. Your individuality. Carlos, I didn't get to ask you this, so I'm gonna go back to you and ask you what is your Black Boy Joy and how does it show up?
My Black Boy Joy is art. All things art. Music. So that's definitely how it shows up for me. It's a form of expression. It's a form of freedom. And when I'm influencing and I'm touching anybody, that brings me joy. So I would say music and art is my Black Boy Joy.
Awesome. Well, guys, before we really get into our conversation and talking about the topic of the hour, I want to just invite you guys to pull up a drink. Can't have a conversation without a libation, and so I know that everybody has. Donald look like. So let's talk about what you guys are drinking. Daniel, what are you drinking?
So I am drinking core water. Core water is what I am drinking. If anyone asks otherwise, they are currently not selling core water.
Core water. Okay. All right.
No. I'm playing. I am definitely drinking Crown Apple.
Crown Apple. Okay. Big boy drink. Okay. What about you, Carlos?
So I'm just drinking. It's a watermelon Moscato. I found it's pretty good. So I'm keeping it light.
Okay.
Tonight.
Keep it light tonight. We may have to pull on you to sing or something like that.
Now you keep getting me drunk, and then you want me to sing. Last time my throat was so dried out from drinking that wine, and then you had me singing. Lord. No, I had Paul Masana last time.
I was about to say you had something stronger than wine.
Yeah, it was Paul Masana last time.
Yeah. So LaMont, what are you drinking? What's in your cup?
Okay, so I got Tito's and pineapple.
Tito's and pineapple. Okay. Well, we got a little vodka. We got a little tequila. Donald, water.
Yeah, you know I'm detoxing till September, so great. Everybody's drinking tonight. Water.
Okay, I'm gonna drink up for you.
The core.
To core. So everybody, we've got some guesting. We got some comments on real quick. I want to pull up some of these comments. Hey, Tamora, how are you? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. She's saying hello. Peace and blessings, everyone.
Okay, hello.
Guys, please feel free to like and share and all that good stuff. Comment. This is going to be interactive tonight. William Dunbar, he's in New Orleans. He says, "What's up?" Hey, New Orleans, Nola.
No, baby.
Simone. Hey, Simone. I love
Oh,
her.
my daughter. She got married and didn't tell me nothing.
Oh, well, okay. We'll unpack that later. And Miss April Jackson. Hey, April. Excited that you're here. Thank you guys for being here. I'm excited about the conversation. Guys, again, this is about Black Boy Joy Conversations, but tonight we're going to talk about specifically about Black is King, reviewing Beyonce. Black is King. I am truly excited. I know when she dropped the trailer, I can't remember. It's a typical Beyonce moment because she dropped the trailer. Was it at the beginning of July, and then boom, a couple of weeks later, Black is King was released and everything. My anticipation was really excited. Was really high. I was not disappointed in it. So that's why I had to get you guys together and let's just unpack it and talk about Black is King and what your thoughts about it and how it made you feel and from each of your perspectives, what stood out to you the most. I'll go first because it's my show, so I'll talk about my favorite song on the album. So I love Black is King because of that is the album that she's done, most recent album, Lion King, The Spirit. I love the album in itself. I played the album over and over. First of all, Lion King is my favorite play. And so every song on Lion King, the first CD, The Spirit, The Gift, rather, is touches me in a special way. Bigger, that song in itself was one of my top favorites, video wise and song wise, song choice wise. My other one would be Mood Forever. I really loved Mood Forever. The video, the visuals, and the song. This my Mood Forever. And then my favorite song off the album in itself is Keys to the Kingdom with Tiwa Savage. And so I love me some Tiwa Savage. And I just love how the artistry that that Beyonce embodied in this particular work, and going back to Africa and the artists that she used and so forth. So I really loved. It looked like we lost Donald, but he'll be back. I really loved everything about it. I've heard some people make some comments and talk about how they didn't get it, or that I've heard even some people say that they weren't that big of a Beyonce fan, and what matters, and I just feel like the movement to recognize our culture like this was really amazing. Carlos, with you being an artist yourself, what was your favorite song?
So my favorite was My Power. It was between that and Find Your Way Back, but I think My Power was just my favorite moment because of the choreography, because of the Blue was in there performing, and then it was just like very high energy, and I really enjoyed that part. But when you said Move Forever too, I remembered I really did like Move Forever too, because I feel like it was her and Jay-Z, in the place of like, I feel like they really lived like that. So I was kind of like in the fashion.
Yeah.
Like the fashion of it just kind of wowed me from the beginning. So yeah, but My Power.
And I love the way that she paid homage in that one to Coming to America. I don't know.
Yeah.
Some people may not have seen Coming to America or recently saw Coming to America. But,
I saw it, y'all. I saw it. Okay.
But I love how she paid homage to that. What was your favorite song, LaMont?
Mine had to be water. And I don't know why.
Okay.
Well, I know why. I ain't even gonna say that. It was just like it just touched me for some odd reason. And then, for real, he was, doing his things. I was
Yeah.
like, wow, like this song is catchy. Like I
Okay.
like it. Um, but my favorite part on what she talked about is, don't give up on black men, and as black men we need to be strong because the world is always out to get us. And I was so glad that she talked about that. Even though a lot of people talk about it, it's still, it's like nobody really recognizes it. It's like we're always out to attack each other.
Mm.
And I'm glad that she picked up on, that we just need to all stay together. We need to pick each other up. We need to stop fighting. We need to stop competing and, grow together as black men, pick each other up. Just keep moving forward to success.
Wow, that's powerful. You always surprise me with your powerful statements, and so I appreciate you for sharing that. But I agree with you on not just we as black men, but as a culture need to be able to pick each other up. And I think that's what this. When I initially saw the video, the trailer, I really thought about that. How that in a time that we are in today, black is king, and being able to honor and recognize our artistry, our gift, and our culture, and celebrating that, and celebrating who we are. I read an article recently as preparing for after watching it that some people said that in Africa some people say that not everybody was kings or queens or meant to be kings and queens. Um, you know, whatever your subscription or how you feel about it, um, celebrating yourself to know that you are a king to yourself was really what stood out to me. Daniel, what did you think uh, about it, or your favorite song rather?
So my favorite song is most certainly gonna be Black Parade. And I just think that that is such a catchy song. But what I really like about songs is when they speak like directly to me. So this song starts off talking about I'm going down to the South, and it's talking about what my roots are. Like when she said that, she had me hooked, you
Yeah.
know. But the emphasis on the song is that, hey, you are, because I'm a whole lot of personality. Like I'm just a whole lot of personality.
Yes, you
And
are.
I don't mind being that personality. Like I like myself a whole lot. But me in and of myself, I'm a black parade. When I walk down the street, I'm a whole parade all by myself. I'm in New Orleans right now, and they are known for parades. And I've been to, I'm going to sound like Donald Trump. I've been to some of the best parades, the best parades you've ever seen. But I promise you this, I'm the best parade I've ever seen. And I'm black. One thing that I've had to do is embrace my blackness.
Yeah.
And embracing my blackness, it is embracing me and of myself. So, hey, Black Parade speaks to me. The other song is going to be King Already, or something like that. I'm a preacher by nature. So anytime you shout the word already, baby, I could shout. Literally, you're already who you want to be. Just tap
Right.
into it. Like you're already who God called you to be. Just be it, and that what I love about Beyonce and people like Erykah Badu, people who they're secular artists, but they're in tune with the spiritual world. And they're not just singing and writing music for us to feel good. They're giving us messages in our music that are literally speaking life and waking up an entire generation. So it's amazing to see what Beyonce is doing. Like, much respect.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Donald had some connection issues, but he did comment. He was watching with us, so Donald, you do have to comment again. But he said his favorite was Mood. Mood was his favorite. So Donald, I'm gonna ask you to tell us why in your comments, since you may be able to see us on Facebook and be able to post. Tamora says she loved it. Hey, Facebook YouTubers that are watching, tell us your favorite song off of the album, or the album or the movie Black is King. What was your favorite song and why? What stood out about it most? What is your thought about the title, Black is King? I mean, you know, instead of her doing Lion King, what do you guys thought about the title in itself, Black is King?
I feel like it was perfect. For me, I feel like it was perfect. And to me, I'm glad. I like the play that she did on Lion King and Black is King because I feel like right now it's so necessary to remind ourselves of who we are. You know, right now it's a whole bunch of crazy stuff going on where they're looking at black men as anything but king, but black men as anything but a king. So I feel like right now that message in the title was so necessary. And because you know people are going to say the title so much, people are going to manifest Black is King. And you're going to hear white people saying Black is King, even though they're talking about Beyonce's movie, the fact that they're saying it. I'm just here for that.
Right. I'm here for it too because with Disney, you know, being mainstream, this wasn't just, you know, powered by Beyonce. This was Disney, you know, putting that flag in the world and acknowledging that Black is King and celebrating our culture and stuff like that. LaMont, what are your thoughts on Black is King?
Just going back what Carlos touched on. You know, us as black gay men, we have it. I feel like we have it even rougher because just going back to our conversation, Ryan. You know, black families, you know, they'll accept you know, a child out of wedlock before they accept a gay son or a gay daughter. So for her to say, you know, you know, Black is King, it just speaks so much volume to all of us, and we just need to put that in our heads and just start showing love to all of our kids, anybody. You know, it doesn't matter if you're black, white, straight, gay, whatever, everybody. It was just beautiful. It touched my soul.
Awesome. Daniel, what were your thoughts on the title Black is King?
Oh man, I absolutely love the title. If I could preach it, I probably would. I don't know. Maybe in February they'll let you get away with something like that. But no, I honestly get it. You know, I wholeheartedly believe that we are kings and queens in the earth. Wholeheartedly, from a biblical perspective, from a historical perspective, I absolutely believe that we are kings and queens, priests in the earth. And until we tap into that knowing within ourselves, then we cannot expect the rest of the world to acknowledge our greatness or our royalty. So I believe that seeing that title, not just as there is one person that is a king, but all of us collectively is king. Not blacks are kings, black is king. That is singular. You get what I'm saying? So that means us as a collective, when we unite together collectively and allow everything that God has put in us, all of those things to come together, that's when we are king. That's when we're on top. That's when we're powerful. I often say this, it works better when we do it together. Black is king. Black, when we unite, oh my God. The one thing that the rest of the world or the rest of the modern world has against black people is unity. Africa has never been united as a continent. It's still separated between countries. But we have the United States of America as one country with different states. Africa has many countries in one continent. But if Africa were ever to unite, I know this is Black Boy Joy, you know, but I'm just being me. If Africa were to ever unite, Africa would be the most powerful continent on the planet. They know it. We know it. Now, Africa, we're in America. But if black folks in America unite, if we can unite our families, if we can unite our communities, if we could just get with one other person and unite with one other person and it actually work, there's some power in it. So I love the fact, I love it. I love the fact that she used is versus are. I love it. And I absolutely believe it. And I hope that just the title alone and the publicity and the amounts of numbers that she's getting with this album. I hope that it is literally waking up a young generation to realize their royalty. And when they realize their royalty, they'll realize their power.
That's a lot, and it was all good.
I might be ready
that was a lot. But it was
all be ready to preach this week.
I see. Yeah. That was really good because I think that Black is King, and as Lamont's favorite song, Water, about uniting and coming together and the power that we are becoming, if we could just unite as a culture. And what one of the things I loved about the album or the video, the project itself, was the different looks, the different vibes, the different costumes, the different aspects. It all came together. For some people, if you couldn't connect the dots with Lion King, then came off. But it all came together from the way the track list was and everything. I want to talk about really quick, jump in there. Donald did tell us why it was his favorite song. Move with Forever was his favorite song. It was my favorite because I'm extra, and encouraging myself is important to me. As a teacher, spoken word artist, my life can be so serious. Sometimes I just want to be over the top and vibe out with great costume and some music. Okay. So here's a question for you guys. Before I ask that question, I want to say, look at tomorrow's comment. Guys, if you are watching us live, please feel free to comment in. This is interactive. Yes, Carlos, so many people are downgrading the Black man as if it doesn't already have the weight of the world on his shoulders. Nobody told you all today I love you all. Oh, thank you.
Thank you. We love you too. Thank you.
Are you pretty?
What?
Is she pretty? I'm trying to get a wife.
Okay. Listen, so on to our next question. Ooh.
Hold on, let me clarify. I mean, I would love a wife, but really I just want a baby.
Ooh, okay.
Anybody. I'll be a good daddy, I promise. I have joy.
Okay. Okay. So having said all that, if you could have been a part of this project that Beyonce, The Black is King, what video or what song or what part of the project would you have been a part of?
Oh, that's a good question.
I think Spirit for me.
Okay. And what part?
I would have loved to be a part of Spirit because I like the big, as a dancer too, I like big group, dances and things like that. I feel like Spirit had a lot of big group moments. That's also some mellow moments. So I enjoy Spirit. I enjoy the costumes of it and everything like that. And I would have been for me, I could have been a part of that part.
Okay. What about you, Daniel? Oh, and Tamora said that Doc is taken.
What?
You said it's pretty. She said Doc is taken.
Wait, let me take off my glasses.
And she sips her tea though.
wait. What about now?
So let's get into what part of the video or song would you have been a part of?
I'm a loyalist, so I'm just gonna stick with my songs. I'm gonna actually stick with King already for this one though. Now I can't dance worth a little bit, but if I could, I would love to be doing all that contortionist stuff. That seems very fun. What I really like though with King already, like how she kept bringing those bodies together, just the whole emphasis of the song. So I'm gonna go with King already. However, if I were part of the video, I just believe that we would have to incorporate some Michael Jackson's. Do you remember all of that? The outfits to the came. I would have wanted to come out like Michael.
Okay.
Did you see it? You're a king, and here I come walking.
Okay, you would have just came in walking with your Egyptian attire.
Yes, and she could have been my queen.
Okay.
Jay-Z wouldn't have minded.
He would not have minded. Right.
I promise he got $1 more than I got.
$1 more.
Just
What part would you have?
Okay, so I was gonna say jealousy, but I don't like snakes. So they had to keep that snake away.
Oh God, yeah.
That's right.
'Cause that was a big snake. That snake was bigger than me. So
And he had it on him just
right, he was just, talking and the snake was just I was like, I
Then
almost
Beyonce put it
rolled
on her
past that
too.
part.
yeah.
Yeah. I was like, either that or move.
Mood. Okay. What part of mood? Just all of it.
Uh Maybe the middle. Just the middle.
Okay.
I would say the fashions for Move Forever was my favorite.
Yeah.
Like the fashion on that part, I might want to be in that part too. I'm gonna just be in the whole thing.
Wait, waking up in the bed too?
Right, all of that. I'll be the one waking her up. Just just give me a water break every now and then. But I would do the whole thing.
I was like, girl, let's go.
So if I could, I'm like Daniel. I have no rhythm, so I can't dance. But if I could dance, I would have done.
You do not.
My power. I don't need that part. I would have done my power or bigger. Again, the whole song in itself. I honestly, personally, and not to be, it's serious. If I had kids, I would make sure they listen to Bigger every day, just to remind them that you are life is much. You are a part of life, and you are bigger than what anybody says, and that you matter and you're significant. I make Jinx listen to it every day. Actually, that's probably why he got that big dog personality
I
too.
was
Because
waiting on that.
yeah, Jinx listens to Bigger and Case of the Kingdom every day. Donald said, let's see what Donald said. Spirit is too close to my roots because I grew up in the choir. I would have been a part of Mood forever. I don't think black men get the chance to be liberated with their style, music choices, and even their forms of celebration. Absolutely.
Oh God, yes.
Absolutely. And then this fool says, just let me walk in with my coat dragging on the floor.
Yeah.
My
I
other
want to go shopping in Donald's closet.
I just wish his internet connection, that it's probably because his house is a closet, probably, I don't know, but his internet connection just is gone because he got too many clothes. I don't know, but
Do you ask him if he has anything in my size? I'm a medium.
The other part of that I got into. Did you guys get into the chessboard? Is it as far as
Yes.
Move Forever?
Okay, yeah, that was unique.
Yeah.
It really was. I like that part too.
Yeah. It had so many messages in it. Like life is a test. Like without good, without evil, there is no good, and it all exists for a balance. And I really had to really think about that. If Donald laughed, if you guys could have produced a song on there, which one would it have been? Not been a part, like
Produce. Now, if we say produce, can we change some things up?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I
I
probably
mean, I
would
wouldn't change
have.
nothing up, but
I probably would have. For me, I probably would have chosen "Find Your Way Back." Because I'm real like R&B. I feel like that one was the closest to like an R&B track. Even though I had the little Afro beats in there still, it just felt like a smooth,
Yeah, I think we.
okay. I agree with Carlos on that one. I probably would have did that one too. What I probably would have done was incorporated a little of like a message speaking to the black gay man, as far as some of us have had issues with families not accepting us,
Mhm.
and we just go down this whole this path of darkness, and we're trying to find our way back. So I would have kind of did something like that.
Okay. Okay. Looks like we lost Carlos, but he is back. What's up? Welcome back, Carlos.
Hey, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, you just kind of your head was just, and then that was it. But that was LaMont came in and took it and talked about he would have made sure that Black gay culture or gay culture was represented in it, just to stand out, to show the unity in our community and unity in our culture and African American culture. I loved. I'm looking at Donald's response. Donald said, "Brown Skin Girl would have been produced by me." Why? Kelly Rowland and Mama Tina. I love Mama Tina and Blue Ivy. I was for both of them. I was there for both of them.
Yeah.
That is so
And
funny.
Kelly. It was good to see Kelly. Somebody said, "What happened to Michelle?"
You know what? I was going to
wondering
ask that too, but I want to just jump on the bandwagon. They be doing Kelly wrong. I mean, not Kelly. They be doing Michelle wrong.
Isn't Michelle the first lady now?
Is she what?
She's the first lady right now, I think.
Oh, who?
Well, she still could have been a brown skinned girl.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on what she is in her spirit.
Well, I'm sure if DC3 was to put together another tour, Michelle would be right along.
Would y'all go to DC3 tour if it?
I would. Oh, why not?
Okay.
You were a DC4, or you just not a DC at all?
And by DC, we mean Destiny's Child.
Yeah.
I tend not to listen to music with children singing. I like Destiny's Child. I grew up real saved, real sanctified. So I mean, we might have heard a Destiny Child song every once in a while, but they're not really that good in 2020 to me. Not all of them. I would rather hear Beyonce and Jay-Z by themselves than hear DC.
Okay. Well, a fight will go with it.
I get no respect.
Donald said, because brown girls aren't seen that often in a positive light, it's either twerking, fighting, or mess.
That's true.
Yeah.
To a certain extent.
Not enough. That's Black cinema. I think that's Black cinema in general. We love to showcase the hoodness, and honestly, if they showcase the not so hoodness, it might be boring. So it might be. I mean, if we were to ever talk about shows that don't showcase, that side of the Black reality, how good is the show really? Blackish is probably about the closest that's good. Every other show shows some kind of Black drama, no matter how you slice it.
But I remember when there was shows like The Cosby Show,
Different World,
where like
yes,
Different World, my show.
Different World, where they showed. I mean, they still had their issues, but it was like real issues that they dealt with without having to fight each other and belittle each other. Yeah,
it wasn't like drama issues that we see on today, like fights
was real
and
life.
stuff like that. They knew how to come together and come to a resolution.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I would wonder if we were to produce a show like that now, what the ratings would be.
I see what you're saying. It's a different generation. It's a different
generation.
So,
but this
generation
wasn't raised on like sitcoms and things like that. So I wonder how much of this generation watched Black is King.
Yeah.
I wonder how much of this generation really probably was as interested in Black is King as we were, being that it was the way it was.
So I heard, and I haven't talked to my nieces. I think they turned 21 this year. My twin nieces turned 21 this year, and
Oh,
from one of my sister's second half comments, they loved it. So I think that this generation loves it. Love Beyonce, kind of like how I mean, but so not everybody grew up watching Different World or the Cosby Show and Family Matters, Full House for that much. But those shows really meant something. Even Moesha, Donald talked about girlfriends and living single, shows that are now on Hulu and stuff like that. What do you say, Daniel? I can hear you.
Oh, I said Netflix. You said Hulu. I said Netflix.
Oh yeah, Netflix. We don't have that synchronization anymore. And how do, if we were to produce a show like that, what would you think the messaging be? Or
I would definitely want to have a show where it just, first of all, embodied all types of the Black community, because I think that you can't tell one side without the other side. And I think it has to be all inclusive so everybody can relate to it. Because I feel like most Black families go through 70% of the same things. So I feel like making sure that it's, especially nowadays where, you have to deal with the fact that your child may come out to you, certain things like that, I feel like is relevant to shows like, if that was on Family Matters or Cosby Show, they never had incidents like that, like their son coming out to them as gay. Or
what about Empire?
Empire did, but Empire came along like a few, like what? I think I was in high school or something. No, I might have been in college.
No, Empire just.
Yeah, Empire's been out for a while.
It's been out for a while.
Yeah, it was a great show.
I used to watch it with my family. And so I think I must have been in high school. So yeah, Empire was good too, but even with that, it was not a real life situation. He came out as gay, but he's rich. His family is rich. What about the child that, you know what I'm saying, that doesn't have that and has to really fend for themselves because life is not all that great for them. So they found out that they're gay, and then whatever. So I feel like that would be the kind of show that I want to have, and just something that still shows Black people positive across the board, because we're not just fighting each other. Like, we're not just calling each other bitches and what I'm saying, fighting every time. We can have a good time together.
Right. Absolutely. I want to real quick go to our comments. I definitely want to ask you the same question, Lamont and Daniel, but I want to go to our comments and bring those in there. Tamora said, yes, Donald, those are my exact thoughts. When she was talking about brown skin girl, he's talking about brown skin girls. Tamora says, I'm classy. So she's classy and smooth. I love her. Donald mentioned girlfriends, living single. My sister is here. Hey, Mandy May. I think the Black community is tired of seeing us in living in the hood and ratchet situations. I agree. I'm so sick of it.
Me too.
Not even living in the hood, living in sometimes big houses. I'm not going to go there, but I believe April Jackson. I believe we promote shows like Tamora Sharif said. Just mentioned girlfriends, which became a big hit. We can change how people on the outside in our home think about us. Don't think about what other people think that is hit. Think about what it is, positive and encouraging. That's good. Doing something positive and encouraging.
The girlfriends had drama.
They have like drama, like they wouldn't, beat each other up and stuff, and going to the club calling each other bitches. Well, they was a little bit. They was. I take that back. Dang, they was.
They had that.
But it wasn't like drama though.
But what they also show is a professionalism in Black women making moves for themselves or whatever. They got into their situations. But it also showed that you can get into your situation and have to fight each other, just talk about it and be back on the same page, because they never was really like physically fighting each other. We knew their drama because they talked about it with each other.
But they hashed it out.
Right, they hashed it out. So I think that's the difference now. Like they just fight,
Mm.
and it carries on for 4 or 5 episodes. I just don't.
This reality TV is a mess.
Yeah, I just
And
can't.
I think people take it too far, even in our culture, because people celebrate cutting somebody off.
Mm-hmm.
And in those sitcoms or those shows, you go back to thinking about, somebody fall out, maybe a couple of episodes they fell out, but there's that come to Jesus meeting or that come to meeting of the minds meeting. So yeah. So Daniel, if you could produce a show, what would it be? I'm afraid. Let's at Lamont. Let me go to Lamont first. Daniel, I'll come back.
Well, if I could produce a show, mine would kind of go back to, something old school, restoring back morals, in our children. So, maybe something like, different world a little bit. And also, Ryan, going back to, what you just said, when Dwayne and, Ron had their little fallouts, they would come back
Yeah.
together. So just maybe something like that, something to get us back to our roots, our morals. Um, a show where there's no technology,
Okay.
like modern technology, what we have going on now. I just feel like technology is taking over and we don't know who we are anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime we come together as a group, we're all on our phones, we're on Snapchat, Instagram. It's like, dang, what's the point of even coming together now? What's the point of even going out? Anytime I go out with friends and stuff, I see people with a drink or in their phone. Like, I thought the purpose of going out was to, communicate, be around each other, talk to each other face to face. But,
Live in the
just
moment.
technology, yeah, it's taking over, and it's sad, but that's the world we live in.
It is. So, let's see. Mandy May, my sister said those things weren't exposed like that back in the day, but I agree it would have been good to see how the truly would have responded. You're right. If things weren't exposed like they did back in the day, but it was good to see. And William Dunbar says, I think the flashbacks in Empire reflect how young gays are treated coming by along. I really agree. I really hate that there was no more content or context about that and how he grew through that. You had the flashbacks where he was abused and traumatized, but I would have loved to see the acceptance, the conversations, and stuff like that. Donald says the girlfriends actually had drama. Joan fought Tony for trying to sleep with Sean. Tony got an STD.
Mine cheated. Yep, all of that.
All of that in girlfriends.
Baby.
They worked through it though. That was the thing. They all worked through all these situations, and then Maya and her husband ended up getting back together.
Yeah. Why they end the show? Because they can't get along or something like that.
I don't know.
But doesn't this disappoint you when you hear about shows and you're like, they ended because the cast couldn't get along, and you're just like, but I really thought y'all got along. We're just.
And then I think the characters were so strong to replace one of them. That's when television, they had stopped replacing characters on TV.
Prince of Bel-Air?
Y'all, I was real pissed.
Somebody out on Moesha?
Yeah, I was real pissed about that because you know what? I went ahead and I downloaded Moesha. I watched all 6 seasons, and I knew it wasn't gonna be no more after that. And I was mad when they cut it off at the end. I'm like, now I want to know what happened. Like, who was pregnant? What happened to Miles? Like, I was pissed. I was like, I'm about to make up my own story then.
Or what happened to what was her name from Family Matters? She went upstairs and she never came back down. The little
Judy.
Hey, they would send you up to heaven back in the day.
Yeah,
she went up the stairs and never came back down.
Hey, but Victor's still on the stories. He's still alive. Victor.
The stories. Oh my God.
I feel like they live forever.
Yes.
So my wife and kids, when light skinned Claire came downstairs, he was like, "You look different."
Oh,
Yeah.
You know what? I was mad about that. How they replaced the dark skinned girl with the light skinned girl.
Me
That was
too.
a big deal. You know, when that show first
You
came
go,
out.
you
So
go.
And how their characters changed because the dark skinned Claire was very smart, very witty, whatever. And then light skinned
okay,
Claire was very airheadish.
right.
Um,
yeah.
I never saw dark skin Claire.
Yeah, the very first few episodes or whatever, she was very smart. Like she was smart, all of that. And then they put a light skinned girl and made her dumb.
Wow.
So, that's a good question. Is if you could be in a '90s show, what would it have been?
A different world. But I mean, I
That's
know
me
that
all
that
hands
was like
down,
the
different
'80s
world.
going into the '90s, but a different world.
Yeah, absolutely different. I remember crying when they were playing "It's So Hard to Say Goodbye." I just in different world. That was my show. I could do a whole show about different. That's my show.
Yeah.
Daniel, if you could be in a '90s show, what would it be?
Boy Meets World.
Really?
All of my faces.
You want a Topanga or whatever her name is?
Yeah, that's exactly who I wanted. Topanga.
So you can have a baby.
So I can have
Right.
a baby.
So you go dump Topanga and find a Tim or something.
No, we're gonna Tori and Topanga stay together.
What about you, Carlos?
I would have to say Martin is my favorite '90s show, but I would still have to say a different world too, just because of the cast and it was so many different personalities with so many different people, and it's stuff that I feel like I can relate to because I went to a HBCU, so I would be a part of that.
Okay.
What about you, Ryan?
Different world, of course.
Oh, you said different world. Okay.
Different world. Like that'll be my whole world. Like I'm rewatching I'm rewatching the series and like, oh my god, I didn't know. I forgot Colonel Halo daughter. Donald said he would choose to be in Martin. Okay. I remember when Martin came out. Y'all remember when you used to have to rush home to watch TV and like because if you missed that episode, like you never knew when it was gonna come back on again.
Mm-hmm.
No DVR, or you have to.
Yeah. Somebody said Judy came back doing porn.
Oh yeah, she
I'm gonna
did.
leave
She
that with
She
did.
you.
did.
It's true.
Did you see it? Has any? I
Yeah,
just
they had like a
One of the church.
what happened, or like a what happened to this person in Hollywood, and she was doing porn.
oh my. Okay.
We yet praying.
I believe that where it is. Laura said a different world. They had sorority throughout the show. I loved it. So and this is the Wayne's brothers. Living Color. I would have loved to have been a part of Living Color.
Yeah.
I'm not funny, so I don't know how I would pull that off.
Yeah, I would have loved it. So it ties back into our, Black culture. Even now you see the '90s coming back, our culture, our style, the reboot of some of these shows being put on demand and things like that. How does that make you guys feel like to see our culture kind of almost being celebrated for not being ratchet?
I like it because it's showing the younger generation how the world was before all this technology took, started to take over. And maybe it kind of will give them a sense of um, restoring some morals a little bit, or restoring respect. I think this generation, like, respect is just been thrown out the window. Like, nobody respects each other. It's always a competition. And so for these shows to come back and you to look at these shows, it's like, wow, like, okay, they can, if they have a fight, they can hash it out and come back together and, move forward and, make some moves together. It's like we're always just, when we wake up, it's like, okay, we on attack mode. We gotta do better than the other person? No, how about you, you help this person just like they help you and just get to the top together,
Mhm.
you know?
How do we redefine that? How do we redefine our narrative as Black men or our Black culture? How do you guys feel like um, one, it can be done, and what can you do individually to contribute towards it? Then you got to turn on some light. You didn't got dark.
Oh yeah, the sun going is getting late in the evening.
Because then you didn't got completely dark on us.
And the sun is going down.
Okay, so thank you. But Carlos, if you could change our culture, and how would you change it?
So I definitely want to get back to, and it's because even though I was fortunate to have it, I know so many people in the Black community who don't, which is to have a complete family. A lot of people are a part of broken homes and broken families and things like that. And, I was raised with my mom and dad and my siblings all in the house with family night every Friday, dinner talks every night. You know what I'm saying? So like I was fortunate to have that, and I miss when that used to be on TV. And I feel like the way now to get to teach kids is not really in school. It's through social media and TV or the internet or whatever. And I feel like if we can show more Black unified families on, on social media or TV and everything, I feel like that would be good. And I think that going back to these shows where they're rebooting them and they're putting them back out and stuff for people to watch, I feel like it would be good for people to see that, families are stronger together. So I would definitely do a lot more things that showcase families being together.
Okay. I'm gonna lead it up for Daniel, LaMont, whoever want to go first.
What was the question?
How can we change our culture, and what would you do to change it? How our culture is being perceived as African Americans or Black. How would you change our Black culture?
I wouldn't change our Black culture.
How it's perceived. How it's perceived.
Yeah, I wouldn't change culture. Culture, I think, is defined organically. I wouldn't change how it's perceived, because just as we have our sayings on the cinema that's out there, there are others who say the complete opposite. One of the things that I enjoy about, to segue both questions together, and even to segue Black is King back in. One of the things that I'm enjoying about seeing technology and companies supporting Black cinema again and putting those older shows back out there. What I love to see is that there was a time when that didn't happen, and now we see that they are embracing it, even so much so that Disney is behind Black is King. Like, that's powerful. What I will say is those shows have always been accessible, to some regard. They've been accessible, and those shows are canceled for the reasons that they were canceled. Normally because their following actually went down. And so there are other great shows out there. And there are other great shows to be produced. So if we're going to change our culture or change the perception, I think it's within us all to tap into our greatness and produce our reality. Because somebody wants to see our story. Someone wants to hear our story. All of us have the ability to write a powerful screenplay or a powerful book or a powerful movie or something that is powerful. I'm going to quote Lucy. Lucy is a movie. And Lucy, what's that man? He plays in everything. Morgan Freeman. Oh, man. Always God.
True.
Morgan Freeman said something in Lucy. He said the greatest thing that we can do, the greatest responsibility that we have as a human, is to pass information to the next generation. And so I say to anyone who's listening, anyone who's watching, to tap into what God or what the universe or what life has given you and your experience and put it out there for the world to see, because you never know, there could be an entire nation that's waiting on your story or what God has locked up in your creative genius to release to the earth. And when we do that, then we can individually change the perception based on just being that light, just being that difference.
So, but how would you change it today? I mean, because I know we talked about what we can do to change it, but how would you change it, or impact it, brother?
If for me, I would impact it by, if if we were talking about what movies or pictures,
Turn your notifications off first.
huh?
Turn your notifications off.
I don't know how to do that. I'm old. I mean, I can figure it out. I click and find anything, but that'll take me about 10 minutes. I got to put on my glasses, turn on some light.
Okay, go back to what you were saying. How could you change it or impact it?
How can I change it or impact? I think that being a light in the earth, we all have an opportunity to change our environments or our surroundings just by being ourselves. Literally, your presence is enough to change the environment of any room or change the temperature of any room. Just your presence alone can change the atmosphere. And this is not just for those of us who are anointed or those of us who have power. This is those of us who have charisma of any type, charisma or character of any type. You have the power to change your environment. And so as long as we individually are being lights in and of ourselves, being inwardly good, allowing our inner good to show forth in the world, we are, every opportunity we get, we're helping to show somebody else that the world is still a good place. In the words of my pastor, the devil ain't got everybody. So I mean, now if we were talking about on a global scale, there are all types of things you can do on a global scale, but to get that global impact, it takes global influence. And in order to get global influence, that means you have to be yourself so bright that it shines so that the world wants to see it. Beyonce is so great because she vibrates so bright. She's so she is so creative. Her music is so good. That is her vibrating. So much so that the world wants to see it. As a preacher, I vibrate so much so that people want to hear me preach. And we all have our talents and our things and our giftings, and we got to vibrate higher. That is a good word for the body of Christ on the night. Vibrate higher. Vibrate higher. Let your light so shine that the world may see it. This is scripture. I know you didn't ask me to preach, but I'm just me.
Yeah, and I'm gonna pull your coattails just a little bit.
Well, let me finish the scripture. And the Father in heaven be glory.
Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you. His Cash App is
I don't do that.
No. So Lamont, what would you say your impact or how you feel like you could impact the light or the way that our narrative as a Black culture is highlighted and shown?
Okay, well, I don't think we could reach everybody, but I know growing up in the church, the older brothers, they will always get, the young men together and do stuff for us or do activities with us and just show us, that being Black is great, being Black strong men, that we don't have to follow the stereotype of going to jail, having kids, and not meeting to society's standards.
Mm-hmm.
I would implement stuff like that. I would try to reach out to because the younger generation, that's what's going to carry the world on. So we need to start with them. So I would do stuff like that. In a sense, just try to, going back what I said, just trying to restore those morals and respect. And I think that's going to, you know, lead the world to be in a better place, and not just the world, but just us as black men. You
Mm.
know, it starts with us. You know, we gotta, you know, carry this on and pass it on to our kids, because if our kids, they're not showing the respect or, you know, upholding the power of being a black man, then, you know, it's just gonna keep going on. You know, the cycle is gonna just keep repeating itself. You know, we're gonna keep seeing our black men getting killed, our black men going to jail. Nothing's gonna change.
And that's so powerful because I think one of the things is, you know, the whole reason behind me even wanting to launch Black Boy Joy Conversations is, you know, I can only be the light within myself and, you know, let my light shine from my abundance. And, you know, instead of trying to, you know, change the world outwardly, change it within myself, how I see myself, how I show up, as well as in how I show up, how I show up for my brothers and sisters and you know our culture. And I think um, you know kudos back to Beyonce for Black is King because she showed up and she showed out for our culture. I think you know was it completely perfect? By whose standards? You know that's just like when people and today's his birthday. Happy birthday, our President Obama. Um, But you know how people, some people have said, well, you know, what did Barack Obama do for blacks, or you know, he wasn't the best president. You know, for me, he broke the glass ceiling, and it's about just showing up for your culture. You know, showing up and how you show up and show out. And so I'm really appreciative of how each of you have shown up, not just on tonight, but in your lives. You know, you guys are lights to me. Um, Carlos, you're singing and you're acting. I mean, you're not acting. You're dancing, and your artistry is a light. Lamont, you just you know we talk every day, but you're just a light because you know we could have a basic conversation, and then you put something on your snap and your Instagram. I'm just like I'm just because you are the light. You are a light. You know, we always talk about your stories and how that you know that's why people are around you. You just you become a light. Daniel, you yourself is you are a light. You are a preacher, a prophet, a light. Just not just because you light bright, but you're not. But you are a parade yourself, and I celebrate. You never know what this man is gonna wear. Like I would love, you know, you just never know. And I appreciate you for being that light. Donald, you're out there. Donald just come. I want to bring him in the conversation before I have these last words. Whatever Donald said, I enjoy the diversity in circles. Everyone's a lawyer, doctor, analytical thinker. I love the fact that friendship shows creators, professionals, and entrepreneurs coexisting. Yes, coexisting. Um, that's really good. And then he says, I would add that today's representation of black everyone isn't the same as we can still support and love each other differences. Totally agree. You know, how do we support each other's differences? Going back to Lamont's favorite song with Black is King, Water, you know, it all comes together and it just, you know, going back to the reference that Daniel said earlier that if we were to unite, you know, if anybody ever seen is it Soul Food when Big Mama said, you know, we are like one fist or whatever, coming together and you know supporting one another, and that's something that I definitely have to say I appreciate for you guys being here. You're bringing your support and your energy. We're kind of exhausting our time. I want to get you guys to maybe share a little bit more a thought about Black is King or whatever you want to talk about real quick around Robin, and then how that people can reach out to you before we close out. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. So my final thoughts about Black is King. It was beautiful. I would like to see more of it. Every time I think that Beyonce cannot top herself, she does. Um, so I'm looking forward to more of this. You know, it's gone from Lemonade, which showed Black culture on HBO, to coach the Homecoming that showed Black culture on Netflix to her showing it again on Disney Plus. So I just would like to see her keep on touching these, and then and other people to come about and do the same thing who have that kind of platform. But I loved it.
But before you say you just loved it and leave it, talk about Blank Slate really quick. Let's talk about that again. Y'all
Blank
got to get
Slate
into Blank
is
Slate.
my album.
Yeah.
So Blank Slate is my album. So make sure that y'all go check that out. It's my love letter to things that I've gone through with relationships. And I think that there's some stuff on there that people will relate to, and it's very vulnerable. So listen to it.
So did you and Beyonce have a conversation about this when you painted your body white? Because you remember in that one of the videos, and I was like, okay, Carlos, I see you.
I know, right? I noticed this too. I'm like, why everybody want to paint themselves white after that? But yeah, I think I'm always influenced by her. She probably thought about it first, and I thought, and I tapped into her head. So, but yeah, that's the cover of the album. So look for me, painted in all white from my neck down or whatever. And yeah, just listen to that. Like Beyonce likes to tell a story through her art. That's what Blank Slate was for me. The joys and the hurts and the all that of love. So check it out.
Awesome. Is that Nippy behind you?
This is.
Hey, Nippy.
You're my vision board.
Yeah. Okay. Daniel?
What is the question?
Tell us your goodbyes and how Black King, your final thoughts on Black King. Already King. The song is Already, but you know.
I kept hearing Already King.
Mm-hmm.
No, I listen, Black Boy Joy is really, 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 really awesome. So I want to say kudos to you for what you're doing and your stride to just bring joy to the world and bring joy specifically to Black men. All right. But as I close out of here, I want to say, hey, Black is King is amazing. Beyonce, I like what Carlos said, that she continues to top herself. I go back to being a Beyonce fan all the way to probably B-Day.
Yes, B-Day.
Oh, yeah, I still listen to B-Day when I get dressed to go preach. But maybe. Not in the car, though. Not in the car. But Black and King, no, it is amazing. And what I want to say is that it is my hope, prayer, and desire that we continue to write good music. We continue to share with the world good music that inspires us to change, music that inspires us to be better, music that inspires us to be different. I know that I'm a Christian, but just because we're Christian, we don't have to only listen to gospel music. We can listen to music that inspires us as well. And so I salute Beyonce for inspiring people. And I salute other artists who inspire people to be better versions of themselves, to be better lovers to their spouses, to be better parents to their children, you know, just to be better in general and to tap into the power that's within you, you know, that's within us all. So I you know, Black is King. You are king. You are a queen. Be powerful. Be great. And to Todd, always remember that I am best friend number one, okay?
Where did this come from?
I want you to hear that. I'm the number one friend, okay?
Where did this come from? We're like water. We're you.
It comes.
LaMont, let's take somebody. Cut his mic off. LaMont. Cut that boy's mic off.
Just like everybody said, Black is King. It was great. It spoke to all of us. I just want to thank her for just putting it all out for the world, just to show the world that we're all not the same. We're all not criminals. We're all not, the typical black man that everybody think that we are. Just thank you, Beyonce. Thank you for just putting this out there. Thank you for doing, bringing in different cultures, um, messages that, you bringing back morals. And I know I keep talking about morals, but it's just she's bringing back that flavor that we need. We all need that unity. And so I just want to again, thank her for that. I really appreciate that. And I hope that everybody watches it, even the younger generation. And I hope that they walk away with a sense of um, knowing that being black is beautiful. I know some of our black sisters, going back to the song, what was it, Brown Skin Girl?
Yeah.
Um, some of our sisters, they don't love each other and, they want to get their skin bleached and they think, lighter is better. No, you're beautiful. We're all beautiful. And, and all of us on this podcast today, we are all kings in our own ways. We're strong black men, but we're going to continue to do our thing.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much. That was really amazing. I appreciate you for all of you guys for being here, your support, your artistry, your light, your love, and everything else. Um, I want to just highlight a couple of comments or our comments that we've got. Um, Tamora just said, I have to thank you, Mr. Jones, for wonderful live. Thank you, Tamora. She's always supportive. Thank you so much. Donald said, I'm black, I'm a king. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Good night. With that code dragon. I want that hat. Donald, he said tonight, these are his comments. I enjoyed watching you fellas tonight. Being an individual, especially a black individual, isn't always the easiest thing. The visual was great. I applaud her and anyone who decides to authentically be themselves through their music, style, writing, any form of creativity. Thank you so much, Donald, for being with us on Facebook still. And William Dunbar said, oh, okay. Oh, thank you, William. I want to say thank you guys for your life, your love. I love you guys individually for all that you do and who you are. I want to say thank you to all those that support, that have liked Black Boy Joy Conversations, that have followed, that are watching. Um, when I initially first started this thing, I only wanted to do one episode or one live and the rest podcast and hide the light. But as we continue to move forward, I understand that Black Boy Joy Conversations is just that about highlighting the Black Boy Joy and highlighting our creativity, highlighting our Black Boy magic, highlighting who we are. And it's not just about gender or age. I know it says Black Boy, but it's not about age or gender or even particularly race. It's about highlighting the magic and the strength of the culture and recognizing that Black Boy Joy exists in the different narratives and the different ways that they look. And I'm so appreciative of you guys supporting Black Boy Joy Conversations. I've got to invite you to check out our website. Also, Black Boy Joy Conversations website has all of these podcasts and shows. You can watch those later on. But I also want to invite you to support my business, Black Boy Joy Candles. I initially started Black Boy Joy Conversations and wanted to give out candles. LaMont, I'm sorry, I owe you one. I just had to plug it in there. But I really wanted to give back my creativity into the world and so forth. And so support Black Boy Joy Candles and all of these guys. Support Carlos with his CD, Blank Slate. Please download, love it. All of his 1127 has become my favorite song. Besides Bad Guy. If he was like in a good mood, I would just say sing just one chorus of Bad Guy. But please support Lamont and all he does. This is a model. This is an influencer. Listen, if you are lucky to follow him and see some of the stuff he says, it's hilarious, but it's always powerful. Daniel, the prophet, always supportive. Love how your mind thinks and goes and your creativity and all that you do and your preaching and prophesying and just who you are. Love you and love your light. Real quick, I want you guys all to tell us how they can follow you and support you. And if Carlos wants to sing when he says that little part of Bad Guy, I don't. I'm not even mad because that's one of my favorite songs. But tell us how we all can follow and support you really quick before we close out. Whoever wants to go first, Lamont.
Okay. If anybody wants to follow me, I'm on Facebook. My name on there is LaMont Mason. And also I'm on Instagram, say the best, the number 4, last underscore. My favorite song by Vanessa Williams.
Vanessa Williams. Okay. Miss America.
So,
All right. So, you said Daniel or Carlos?
Whoever wants, I'm.
Please let Carlos go because I want to hear him sing.
no, you can go ahead, Dane.
Promise. I want to hear you sing. I just downloaded your music, by the way.
Oh, thank
All
you.
right. So, Daniel the Prophet. You can find me on IG, Daniel the Prophet. On Facebook, it's Daniel Stevens or Prophet Daniel N. Stevens. I wish they would let me be Daniel the Prophet on everything, but they want me to be the Prophet Daniel N. Stevens. So, look me up and let's stay connected. Oh, and if you're in NOLA, I'll be preaching here this Thursday, and I believe God's got something to say.
Okay. Thursday. How did they find out where you're preaching at?
Go to my Facebook page. We'll put out a flyer tomorrow.
Okay, cool.
For the day of the event.
So first I want to say that
Felicia. Hey, Felicia. Your sister's on here. She said,
Oh,
"Child,
hey.
I didn't miss the whole thing." That is your sister. I can still think. Okay. All right. So, Carlos.
I was just gonna say I did want to plug into that. I love the candle that I got from you, the Black Boy candles, the Black Boy Joy candle. So y'all do need to go ahead and get those candles. But you can find me at I am Carlos Dwayne on Facebook. No, I'm sorry, on Twitter and on Instagram. Also, you can follow the Carlos Dwayne music page, and on Facebook it's Carlos Dwayne. So follow me on all of that, and then my music is on all platforms. So follow that too.
Awesome. Are you gonna do the little bad guy or no? We can't get. Can I get 1127? Oh, just if you can't do bad guy, what bad guy is all about? The song Bad Guy. I love when you set that up. If you can't sing it, just tell us what bad guy. I know we over time, but just
if you don't sing, I'm gonna sing.
No.
So Bad Guy is just talking about being up front with somebody. It's about letting people know from the beginning. It's not that you're a bad guy, but you have some bad traits that, you just want to be upfront about and let them know that if they can love you past that, then we'll be good.
Okay.
I'm a bad guy.
No.
If I say I'm a bad guy for you, would you stay off my case? Would you stay out my way? Would you not crowd my space? If I say I'm a bad guy for you, would you not call my friends? Trying to see when I came in. Can we skip the 20 questions? If I...
Woo! Listen, y'all, that was just a snippet. You've got to get the CD Blank Slate. If nothing else, download Bad Guy. Anybody, if you're not married or in a relationship, you need to make sure they listen to Bad Guy. Whether or not you're a bad guy or a good guy. Lamont, we're going to have to come back on. Y'all, we have to come back on and do Bad Guys or something, talk about what being a bad guy is.
I love
You guys have to listen to Bad Guy and support this man's artistry. He's going to blow up, and he is super amazing. And he's so humble. Thank you for, on your night off, spending time with us.
Of course.
Supporting us and things like that.
I have
Lamont, thank you. Lamont, I promise I'll get you your candle. I thought you'd been back. Shady stuff. Thank you guys again for supporting Black Boy Joy and Black Boy Joy Conversations and all that we do. And I love you, and I appreciate all that you commented and supported, liked, and shared. Check us out. Good night. Love you all. Have a good one.
Good night.